Hi guys, I'm live, I think. Let's see. Bear with me. It has been a while since I've been live, and I intended to do face cam, but it's just not working. It's not working. So it is what it is. So I don't know if anybody's out there in Facebook world, but hi, it's been a while since I've been live, and I just decided that now is a good time as any to start back doing lives. So bear with me as I try to get my bearings, make sure that everything is working. So if you're out there and you can hear me, drop me a comment, let me know that you can hear me. I'm going to be doing a 4th of July journal page tonight. And we're going to be using some acrylic paints, some stamps, some stencils, all of those good things. And okay, I think I'm good. I don't know that I am, but I'm gonna just roll with it. And if I'm not good, y'all let me know. Okay, so to get started, I'm using a 7x10 watercolor sketchbook from Canson, and it is 140 pounds, but I did base it with a coat of white paint because it is paper, even though it's watercolor paper. I just like the way that the paint does when I put a coat of paint on top of it. So I know it's late. I said in my post, I was like, we're gonna go live around 7, but that didn't happen. My mom called and the husband needed me, so it took a little longer than I intended. So to get started, like I say, I have a 7x10 journal page. You can use whatever size you want. And I'm gonna make about 3 strips they're probably about an inch wide, using my ruler. And okay, yeah, about an inch wide. And we'll do one more. Well, yeah, we'll do one more. And I know I'm kind of jumping right in because I figure you guys might have things you wanted to do before bed tonight. So I'm just gonna jump right in and get started. And then you can always watch this on replay. I don't have a list of all the materials that I'm using, but I'll probably put it in the comments when I'm done. And so, all right, so that's about right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 strips over here. And you can do as many as you want. You can do 4, you can do 3, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna take some red acrylic paint, and I'm gonna paint in my stripes. This is gonna be red, white, red, white, red, white. And I'm just gonna pour some in here. Okay. And we're gonna do our painting first because we have to do a little bit of coloring. So while we're doing the coloring, our paint will be drying. So I won't have to use the dryer that much, which would make a lot of noise. So I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna paint this. Actually, one thing I forgot to do, I want a clean edge here, so I'm gonna take some tape. You can use whatever kind of tape you want. You can use painter's tape. I'm just gonna use some washi tape. And I'm gonna take some tape and gonna put here so I have a clean edge when I'm done painting. Okay, yeah, that's long enough. Get it on there, get it straight. Okay, there we go. So do that before you start painting. And so I'm gonna go back to painting, and I'll probably do 2 coats of this red on all the stripes. Just so it'll look a little, it won't look so transparent. And this is a journal page, so, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And it's okay if your stripes are a little wavy, because, I mean, it's actually, it's the flag, so it's like it's waving in the wind. There we go. So we don't really want it to be straight anyway. Okay. And I'm gonna paint this one. Well, I went way crooked on that one, but again, it's a journal page, so you don't have to be perfect. It's for your journal, or you can actually, if you get a journal that has the tear out pages like this one has, you can actually tear it out and frame it. Okay, so I'm gonna go on to my blue. And that color is a Deco Art, it's True Red, and I'm going to use Ultramarine Blue for the blue. Shake it up some. And I'm gonna paint this whole side here with the blue. And I'll probably do 2 coats of the blue as well when it dries. And like I say, just kind of just go at it, not trying to make it perfect. And since this is a journal page, one thing that I did was I put a piece of a sheet behind my page, so it won't make my pages, the other pages in my journal, stick together. This first coat is very thin, like transparent. So it should dry fairly quickly, and then we can put on our second coat. And you don't have to put your brush back into water. You don't have to clean your brush if you're gonna just come back and do the same color. So I didn't clean it, and see how that second coat of red darkens it up. Okay, and it's gonna paint this one. So if you're watching this live, thank you so much. And if you are watching this on the replay, put replay in the comments below. And okay, so yeah, 2 coats, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be good enough. All right. And I'm gonna come in with that second coat of blue, and then we're gonna sit this aside so it can dry. Just gonna get all of that on there. We might come back and do a 3rd coat of the blue. I'm not sure. Depends on how it dries, because it's still a little transparent. Okay. I'm gonna let the blue dry and we'll see. So I'm gonna sit this aside and let it dry. And next I'm gonna take the Statue of Liberty that I printed out, and I'll attach this in the comments so you guys can get it and print it out if you want it to if you want to do one of your own. So I have some ink, some Catherine Pooler ink in Aquatini, and I'm gonna take that because the Statue of Liberty is actually a it's like a patina color, but originally she was copper, which is brown color. And she was brown for about 35 years. And after that, she started turning a greenish color, greenish blue patina color, like a penny would. So we're gonna color her up in this Aquatini. Okay, that's good. And trying to make sure I get all the swirls in really good. Okay, and then I'm going to take an alcohol marker, an Ohuhu marker. Now, I'm going to use this Ohuhu marker over my ink. If you're using Copics, don't use your Copics. They're too expensive. I wouldn't dare use my Copics. That's why I'm using the Ohuhu, because they're cheaper. So we're just kind of gonna go in where all the folds are, and it's gonna color it in. Give it a little bit of dimension. Where our folds are. I'm gonna switch to the brush nib. There we go, that's better. Wherever there's like a a fold or a lap. I'm gonna come and add some color. And again, this is an art journal page. So we're not going for realism here or perfection. I'm just gonna come in here, come around the neck here, and all the little folds and creases. I'm gonna try to add some color to it, some dimension, to it. Get up in here. And down up in here. And around the torch. And I'm gonna try to stay in frame as much as possible, but I do have to move it around a little bit. So I can get it, get in the spots that I need to get in the color. Okay, so that's good. And then next, okay, I'm happy with my markers. So next I'm gonna come in with the pencil. I have a Prismacolor pencil in Parrot Green. And the Ohuhu marker I used was BG5, which is Dolphin Blue. So I'm gonna come in with my Prismacolor pencil, and then I'm just gonna color it all in. In these areas here. It's gonna come on top of the ink. Just add some more shading to it. Give it more of the green. Really liking this. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna add another shade of blue onto, I'm looking at it, and I think I might need to add another shade of blue onto the flag. Okay. All right, Miss Liberty. And the Statue of Liberty was named after is it a Roman? I think it's a Roman or Greek. I don't know which one. One of the goddesses. Goddess Libertas, or something like that. Which was the goddess of freedom. So that's where she gets her name from. In case you didn't know. Okay. So I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna paint one more coat of blue. I don't know why this blue is so transparent. And it could just be the brand of paint, but you can leave it after 2 coats if you want. I mean, it's your journal, but I'm gonna just pour it on. I'm just gonna do 1 more coat. Okay. I guess next time I should go with a darker blue. I don't know. We shall see. But we're gonna leave this. Okay, and we're gonna let it dry. So while that's drying, we're gonna cut out Fussy Cut Miss Liberty. Let's see. Gonna cut her out. And when you're fussy cutting, the key is that I've learned, because I used to hate it, but I don't hate it as much anymore, that I've learned is to move your paper and not your scissors. And that makes it a little easier. And it's not as frustrating. And I found that to be very true. And so, like the crown, I'm gonna just go around and then I'll come back in and cut out those areas. So, cut that off. And cut this off. Okay. And I had a ton more facts about the Statue of Liberty, but I left them on the printer. So, I won't be giving you any more facts about the Statue of Liberty, but I do have some more facts about the 4th of July. So, let's go over some of those facts. Okay, so did you know that Americans typically eat 150 million hot dogs on Independence Day, on the 4th of July? That's a lot of hot dogs. And I'm sure the number has increased since this article was written. 150 million. And I don't even really like hot dogs, but shh, don't tell nobody. They are not my favorite. I'd rather have almost anything else than a hot dog. So, and I know a lot of people eat them with toppings like coleslaw and chili and all of that stuff. But if I eat one, I prefer just chili. And that's about it. So I'm gonna go around up in here. Fussy cutting can take a while, depending on how intricate your image is, but she's not really that bad. I'm actually almost done with her. And okay, cut this off. Okay, and she's done. Miss Liberty. And another fact about the 4th of July is that Massachusetts, did I say that correctly? I don't know, was the first state to make the 4th of July an official holiday. And they did that in 1781. So it wasn't always a national holiday. Okay, so this blue is almost dry. So I'm gonna just wipe off the paper back here because I need to keep it for a little while because it's still kind of wet on the back and I don't want it to mess up my sheet behind it. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so we're just gonna go with it. I would like it to be a little drier, but that's not gonna happen. And I could make it drier, but I don't want to use the hair dryer because it'll be really noisy. So I have a piece of red cardstock and a heart punch, and I'm just gonna cut out this heart. And I'm gonna need 2 smaller hearts, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut those out. And okay. Oops, just move these over to the side. And I'm gonna take my stamp. I have this lovely script stamp here. And I'm just gonna ink it up with some black archival ink. Oops. Should be good enough. And I'm just gonna press it down here. Just wanna get the script font. There we go. Just want to get that all over. Okay, so that's good. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean that off. And we're not that far from being done. This is a pretty quick project. Okay. And next, I have a stencil with some stars. So, since this is the blue part with the stars, I'm going to get some white paint. And gonna get my little sponge dauber. here. And just gonna go in here and get my stars. And I'm gonna come this way, and I'm gonna try my best not to get into the stars that I already did. And I'm just flipping it and turning it until I get to the bottom. And this will be the last one. There we go. Okay, and gonna get a sponge. I'm gonna get a baby wipe and just clean off my stencil, because it's harder to clean once the paint dries on it. So I'm just gonna clean it off before I do anything else. Okay. All right. Let's clean. Okay. So next, I'm gonna get a little bit of water in my white and I have some black here as well, and I'm gonna splatter, and I'm doing this part first because I don't want to get any splatter on my Lady Liberty. So I'm gonna thin this paint up a little. Got a tickle. Okay, so let's see. Gonna use, oh, where's my rag? So I'm gonna take my brush and gonna do the white paint first. So I made it liquidy. See, it's like it's fluid. And so I'm gonna splatter it. Lady Liberty. Gonna splatter it over the sheet like that. Now, don't go crazy because it'll go everywhere. It'll get on your clothes and all of that. So I'm like controlled splattering right now. Hi, Melissa. Okay, so next I'm going to take the black and I'm gonna do the same. Now the black is not gonna show up as much on the blue as it is on the white. So I'm concentrating a little more on the white, the red and white. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. Hi, Ray. Thank you guys for joining me. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry a little. So while that is drying, the heart that I cut out, I want it to be a little, I want to add a little something to it. So I'm going to get my ink. I'm going to darken the edge up a little bit because it's going to be sitting here. And that's fine, but I want it to have a little more, you know, just a little more something going on with it. I want it to stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to take some blue ink and I'm going to kind of ink the edges up. I'm going to take some red ink as well. And I'm gonna come in here, and you probably can't tell it on camera, but this is actually changing the shade of the heart. It's making it a little redder. And then I'm gonna come with the blue around the edges. And I think I just put my palm completely in it. I did. Okay. Okay. So, put this back. I'm done with all my ink. So I want this heart to shimmer just a little bit, but I don't want it to be like shiny. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some embossing powder on it and give it a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it top of my Versamark ink, and I'm gonna take some clear embossing powder. Okay, there we go. And get my tweezers. Take some clear embossing powder and put on it, and gonna put that on top. Okay, and now I have to put that back in the jar. And I'm gonna take my heat gun. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but it made it a little shiny, shimmery, which is what I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And I have my letters. I'm going to do land, L-A, and then the N and the D. We'll go here. I'm gonna glue those down. And okay, I was looking for my tweezers. And take the A. All right, and we're almost done. Take the A and put it here. I'm gonna do it this way. And okay, so what's another fun fact about the 4th of July? There were people, John Adams was one of them, that thought that the Independence Day should have been on July the 2nd and not July the 4th. And so for the rest of his life, he refused to celebrate it on July the 4th because he felt like it should have been on the 2nd. So he didn't go to 4th of July celebrations. I don't know how true that is, but that's what Google says. So, all right. Now, I'm going to take Lady Liberty and I'm going to sit her there. I think that's a good spot for her. I'm going to sit her there. Or does she come out? Nah, I like her there. Yeah. So I'm going to put, and definitely glue her crown. All right. And I'm going to sit her here. Make sure I catch that so it won't be sticking up in her crown. Okay. Oh, thanks, Melissa. Thank you. Okay, so next we're gonna do, we're gonna figure out placement of the heart. I think that's good. Okay, and for the heart, I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna put just a little bit. I'm using a jelly roll pen. If it'll write, they are so temperamental. Sometimes they write, sometimes they don't, but when they do work, they are awesome. So put some of that around there. Just a couple. There we go. All right, and it is a journal page, so you want to give it a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of character. And come in with a Sharpie and put love. The heart there. And land. Okay. Can make that just a little thicker. Okay, so I'm gonna glue down my heart. And that I love. And I'm going to put a stamping block on that to hold it down because it needs some weight to help it stick. So, going to, I have some little small hearts. Okay. I can do that a different way. Let's try, okay, where am I gonna put them? There's an easier way to do that. I don't know why I did it this way. Let's see, do one here. Let's do one here. And all I have to do is take the heart and sit it right there. And then this heart can go here. I think I can do maybe 2 more hearts. Let's see. 2 and 3. Okay. Maybe put, I like 1, 2, maybe 1 over here. Halfway in the red, halfway out. Okay, and that should stick by now. Okay, that's stuck. All right. So I can go on and on and on, but I think it's probably been almost an hour. So I'm going to stop where I am. I'm gonna remove that. And I'm gonna tear this away so we have a clean edge. So if you wanted to take it out and frame it, you could. You could mat it and put it in an 8x10 frame. Okay. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sign it. And I'm gonna sign and date it. I can actually, yeah, let's do the black. And I'm gonna put, and this is 6/30/24. Okay. So make sure you sign and date your work. So you'll, have an idea if when you go back and look at your stuff, what day it was that you did it, and can kind of help you remember where you were in life, what was going on, that kind of thing. But there's one more thing I think I want to do, but I might mess it up. And I don't want to mess it up. But I'm going to do it anyway. Because if it's a journal page, you can't mess it up, right? Let's see. I'm going to take my black Posca pen. Let's see. This one. I'm going to take my black Posca pen and just kind of come around the edges here. Okay, pick up the black. That is, let's do it like this. Okay, yeah, I like that. And come up in here and do it. Catch the edge. And okay. And I'm done. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I had fun creating this journal page, and I don't know the next time I'm gonna go live, but I'm working on being more consistent with it. So just bear with me as I do so, and next time I'll try to give you guys more notice about when I am going live, and try to have a supply list or something out there so you guys can craft along. So I hope you had fun. I hope you learned some facts about the Statue of Liberty and about the 4th of July that you didn't know before. So until next time, you guys have an awesome day. I know the day is about over. It's an awesome night. You guys have awesome day, night, next week. Have a safe 4th of July. And I'll see you on the next live. All right. Bye.